Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you have not like and subscribe the channel, please like and subscribe the channel. This is the place where you can learn Microsoft Intune. Today in this video I am going to say you something new. So if you are preparing for your interview, or you want to get or learn something about MDM and mobile application management, and wondering what is the difference between mobile device management or mobile application management, so I'll go through the details so that you can understand deep deeply about these two tools. So let's get started. First, understand the abbreviations. So why I have put all these, there are many, but I have put some of these so that at least if you are new or want to learn, so that at least you know what all we are talking about. So if somebody is talking about MDM, you can see this is the mobile device management. MDM stands for mobile device management, right? And if you see MAM, it's a mobile application management. If you see, there is a MAM, there is two type of MAM, right? One is MDM, which is mobile device management. Another is mobile application management. You see, application management, and MAM without enrollment as well. So there is two type of MAM, application management. One is without enrollment, another is with enrollment. I will show you in the next slide what is the difference between these two. You maybe heard about the DDM, declarative device management. This is mostly related to the Apple iOS operating system or Mac OS. AD, Apple device enrollment, as you can see, it's related to DEP, device enrollment program. This is now deprecated. Now we are calling Apple device enrollment. ABM, you maybe heard about Apple Business Manager, how we manage the company owned devices. GCM, Google Cloud Messaging. Sorry, the cloud spelling is mistake. AOSP, Android open source platform. And KME, you have heard about Samsung Knox mobile enrollment. This is only for the company owned mobile device, Samsung managing mobile device enrollment. This is specifically for Samsung. So hope you understand these abbreviations so that it will be easy for you if I speak MDM or MAM or anything, right? Let's understand about what is MDM. So mobile device management, it's clearly stand mobile device management. So what does mobile device management? So MDM is for, it's like mobile, you want to manage the mobile devices, which is through Microsoft Intune or any other MDM solutions or EMM solution or UAM solution, whatever you want to call, UAM, EM, MDM. Okay, so in addition to MAM, right, it will make sure the device is fully protected if you're talking about the MDM. Let's first go to another slide, and then I will show you that. Then I will go. So first understand between MDM and MAM. So MDM is the device level. As you can see here, it's a device level. It will have the full control on all your entire devices. It is only suitable for the company owned devices, and it has the better patch management control. If you have a company owned devices which is supervised through Apple Configurator or Apple Business Manager, you'll control the OS. You can patch the operating system, iOS or Android, through Samsung Knox management if it's a company owned devices, right? So better inventory management, you can see all those inventory, all the details in through Graph API or in Intune console, right? Applications, how compliance policy, configuration policy, etc., etc. You can also enforce the corporate data access requirement at the device level, not the app level. You can also add, if you want to secure your application or data, you can also use MDM plus MAM, right? That will I will show you in the next slide. So you can enforce the corporate data access requirement or conditional access at the device level, whether it's a PIN, Touch ID, password, jailbroken, rooted, or whatever. You can enforce the encryption of the device and app at rest. So what this means encryption? iOS is inherently encrypted, but if you want to make sure that your data and application content is encrypted, you can enforce that device encryption because we are just managing at the device level. We have the options since it's a device is fully managed devices. We'll have the options to full wipe through Microsoft Intune or any other MDM solutions like AirWatch or Avanti or Mobiler and whatever or Soti or any other MDM. We will have the full control and app management. You can install and remove its managed application. So we'll have the full control and app management. So you can do that. We have the full DLP, data loss prevention. So the data will be 100% secure, encrypted, and it will be 256 bits algorithm encryption. And you can apply the adaptive conditional access with multi-factor authentications like application based risk location device. I have already made video on how because the conditional access is very powerful policy I can see in Entra. Now let's understand about MAM. So what is mobile application management? So it's clearly defined that it is the app level management. It's not a device level. So, but you can use the MAM without device enrollment and with device enrollment. I mean, with device enrollment means with MDM enrollment. So you can use this MAM along with MDM or without MDM. So there is a two options. So when you, if you see here, app level management without device enrollment. So when I say without device enrollment, then you just have to apply the devices. You'll not be get enroll your, you will not see the devices in the Microsoft Intune. You will just enforce the policy through conditional access and the mobile app protection policy, and the data will be protected. As soon as the user sign in with their corporate credential, it will go to the Microsoft Discovery server and it will recognize your tenant, and the policy will get applied whether in the conditional access policy or app protection policy. So this is how you don't need to download the company portal and sign in and your devices. Your admin, being as an Intune admin, you won't see those devices, but there is an options. You may be wondering how you can retire those devices if the user left the organization. So you have the, we will have the options to app selective wipe. I will, if you see in the point number 9 I have mentioned. And there is another options to use the MAM with MDM along with MDM. So partial device management, it will not have the full control like MDM, but it is only suitable for the BYD devices. So BYD devices means personally owned devices. So if it's user devices, we won't manage. Normally none of the organizations manage or want to take full control of that because it's a personal devices. It will be a privacy issue. So user may have using WhatsApp and other applications, so we can't see those applications. There's some privacy, right? There is a privacy also like GDPR you see in Europe. There is other country has the all other policy. Then you see partial device management with MDM. So you can enforce the MAM application policy plus conditional access and some sets of MDM policies as well. But it will not have the full control of the devices. Will have the less control. You won't be able to wipe the devices. You can only retire the devices since this is BYD devices. So you can apply the conditional access policy here as well, MFA and all other thing. Then enforce corporate data access requirement at the app level. It's similar, it's app level. If you see on the MDM side, it's a device level, it's app level. Because we are talking about MAM, you can do the prevent data loss from mobile applications like Outlook, Team, any other application. Cut, copy, paste, save as restrictions with or without enrollment in both scenario. We can do the same thing in the MDM as well. we can only protect the data, corporate data, and leave personal data intact on the multi-identity support office applications, right? So if you have Outlook application, you have configured your personal account and also as a corporate account, it will not touch. You can switch, will not touch the corporate data. You can enforce encryption at the app data at a rest. So the encryption will be on only Outlook application level. We can do the app selective wipe, like if you want to wipe the application data, we can do the app selection selective wipe. I've already made video, you can go and watch how you can perform the app selective wipe for MAM only devices or without enrollment. You can protect and password insert base and push email. So these are the major difference. Let's go to understand what is the MAM in details. So protecting our company data at the app level, as I mentioned, because mobile application management doesn't require device management. As I mentioned, why I came to this slide, because so that earlier you understand the difference. Now at least you can see, but still you can protect the company data on both managed and unmanaged devices. The management is centered on the user identity, which remove the requirement for the device management. Hope you understand. So end user productivity isn't affected and the policy don't apply when using the app in a personal context. The policies are applied only in a work context, which actually gives us the ability to protect company data without touching personal data on mobile. So the app protections policy makes sure that the app layer protection are in place. For example, like you can apply or pin to open application in work context, control the sharing of data between apps, like you can't copy and paste and share the data, prevent the saving of company data to a personal storage locations like Google Drive or somewhere. It will, we have the options to, you can select only, so the data can only be saved to the OneDrive or managed protected application. Now let's understand about the MDM. In addition to the MAM, makes you when you talk about the MDM, it means the device is fully protected. For example, we can require a PIN to access the device, right? We can deploy the managed application to the devices because the device is fully managed. We can deploy apps to the devices through the your MDM solution and give you the more control being as an admin over the app management, because we are controlling the entire devices. There are additional benefit to using MDM with app protection policy. As I mentioned, you can use MDM with app protection as well, and companies can use the app protection policy with and without MDM at the same time. For example, consider an employee that uses both the phone issued by the company and their own personal tablet. Suppose if any user has the company devices and also has a personal tablet, iPad, the company phone is enrolled in MDM and protected by the app protection policy, while his personal iPad is protected by the MAM only. So suppose you maybe have the business case or a requirement, like if any user has two phone, one is a company provided phone, one is another is a BYD phone, personal phone. So one devices can be enrolled as a MDM and another can be used as a MAM. So if we apply the MAM policy to the user without setting the device state, the user will get the MAM policy on both the BOD devices. And Intune managed devices, we can also apply a MAM policy based on the managed states. So you can, we can apply, we have the ability to apply the MAM policy based on the managed systems, whether it's a company owned or whether it's a MDM or MAM enroll. Based on, we can apply the app protection policy. This is how you can apply and understand the difference between. I hope this will be very clear for you to understand between MDN and MAM. So don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Till then, thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.